whenever you're ready.
The Unitarian Universalist Service Committee is an incredible social justice organization propelling UU values throughout the world. The UUSC advances human rights through grassroots collaborations in dozens of countries around the world and in the United States. Promoting economic justice, bolstering environmental justice, and protecting rights at risk is the work of the UUSC. Please welcome Lissa Jenkins, the board chair of the UUSC, and Rev. Mary Catherine Mourn, the new president and CEO of the UUSC.
Marshall Islander, Kathy Jitnil Kitchener, shared a poem written for her infant daughter at the 2014 UN Climate Summit, Dear Metafela Pinem. She begins with lamentations for her child, given the possibility of a homeland lost to the ravages of climate change. They say your daughter and your granddaughter too, will wander rootless with only a passport to call home. She then goes on to promise that she will do everything in her power to ensure that there will never be another climate change refugee, and assures her that they are not alone. She tells her daughter there are those who see us, with hands reaching out, fists raising up, banners unfurling, megaphones booming. Wow, that sounds a lot like us. And yes, Metafele Pinem, as Unitarian Universalists, we see you. We see you, your people, and your neighbors throughout the South Pacific confronting the immediate and existential threats of a rising sea. We see you, just like we see the Rohingya desperately fleeing ethnic cleansing in Burma, Syrians escaping unending and horrifying civil warfare. We see the 65 million people displaced by conflict and climate seeking safe harbors only to find that they are not safe. We see the mistreatment of immigrants in this country, the escalating acts of hatred on our streets and from the highest offices in this land. We see all of this and so much more, and then we do. Our Unitarian Universalist values tell us to see and then to do. We cannot possibly inventory all of the ways the UUSC offers opportunities to do, so for now I refer you to our website, theuusc.org. But that is the mission of the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee, to put our UU values to work in this world. It has been our mission from the moment we joined with local resistors in World War II, helping Jews, intellectuals, children, always the children. All enemies of the Nazi state get to safety. 78 years later, we remain true to our mission to defend the human rights of oppressed people everywhere. Fidelity to this mission has moved the UUSC from strength to strength across the generations. It has sustained us in this past year when the world tilted off its axis. And this glorious mission has sustained us at a time of our own institutional transition. None of this is possible without our UUSC family, our board, our staff, our partners, and you, this faithful UU community of UU ministerial leaders, congregational liaisons, members, volunteers, donors. You are our greatest asset. 40,000 UUs already engaged. You are the ones the poet described, with hands reaching out, fists raising up, banners unfurling, megaphones booming. We are marching hand in hand with people across the world in partnership and in defense of basic human rights. Thank you. Thank you for your engagement, your vision, your support. Today, I am happy to introduce you to a new member of our immediate UUSC family. The Reverend Mary Catherine Moore has been in our larger circle for 30 years as a UU minister, serving congregations, communities, and our larger association. After many months of a robust search, the UUSC board is delighted that Mary Catherine accepted our invitation to be president and CEO. Indeed. We are confident that she will lead us, all of us, to live our UU values more passionately and effectively in this time that needs people just like us. Please join me in welcoming the Reverend Mary Catherine Moore.
Thank you. Thank you, Lissa, so much. I'm so honored by your invitation to serve and thrilled to take on this tremendously important role, leading our Unitarian Universalist Service Committee. UUSC staff and board leadership inspire me and give me confidence that we can and will do even more as we navigate these treacherous waters ahead. UUSC was made for times like these, by times like these. From its beginnings, UUSC has effectively centered the voices and leadership of our partners around the world who are creating change and defending human rights. Partners like Ursula Rakova, an environmental activist from the Carteret Islands of Papua New Guinea and leader of Tulele Pesa. Tulele Pesa means sailing in the wind on your own in the local Halia language. Tulele Pesa supports Carteret Islanders through all stages of relocation and works to ensure that when they leave their homes behind, they can create a new home that fits as best it can with their identity and way of life, leaving them not rootless, but rooted in the beauty and history that has always held them, even as they lose so much to the shifting tides. Because of your support at UUSC and together, we see Ursula, we see Matafele, and then together, we reach out our hands, we raise up our fists. Thank you.